everyone. As you can tell, my voice is rather not in its best shape. Had an allergy attack and it's just got to run its course. But I did want to bring everyone up to date on what is going on here at Midnight Publishing. For those of you who have followed us since day one, we have grown slowly, and for that I'm very grateful. We gained a new author yesterday. Her name is Tara Harkless, and she is absolutely an amazing human being, and I can't wait to see what she's bringing us. She writes children's books. She is going to do something I don't think that has ever been done before, and it's going to set this publishing house on its ear. The goal is to write children's books that grow with children. We are starting with the wee ones, and the wee ones are the little ones that are read to. Once the wee ones get to where they can read, there'll be a series where the fairies age a little bit, and the wee ones get to read their own book. There will still be illustrations. Then she will move on to the older kids who can read their own books without illustrations. This has been a dream of Tara's for a long, long time. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, here at Midnight Publishing, we are dream makers. We make dreams happen because other people made dreams happen for us. After I got home yesterday, I thought about the conversations that I had with the beautiful Tara and how so many of us in this world allow outside influences to determine our journey. And what I told her is this: no one can steal your dream without your permission. Don't give them permission. We have made dreams come true for Sherry Ann Richardson with A Chocolate Lover's Garden and Under the Dragon's Eye. Sherry will be at a Chocolate Lovers convention next month in September. She is so excited. We have made dreams come true for Linda Humphreys and Mary Brotherton, and the fact that we got their children's books up on Amazon. Linda Humphreys' book is Cornfield Flyers of East Tennessee. Mary's two children's books are My Angel Book and Sally's Heart. We have made Andrea Dean Van Squake's dream come true of her new book, Welcome to Crow Haven Chapel. It is a book for the goth community. It is a spiritual inspiration book. It lets that community know that it doesn't matter what they appear to be on the outside, that God doesn't judge us from our outward appearance. God judges the heart of man. We republished Jason Wolfgang Gerhardt's book, The Ferryman. We brought to life Isaac Jones' children's book and coloring book all in one called Butler, and it escapes me, but it is a book about a rat and a mice who become friends. A mouse, not a mice. I can't talk this morning. Allergies are killing me. We have brought to life Peggy Engler's spiritual inspiration books, A Closer Walk, Encouraging Word, Food for Thought, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, A View from the Pew, and Soulful Inspirations. We brought to life Alta Desernord's book, My Soul Trust in the Lord, which we are trying to get translated into French and out there. for the French-speaking community. We have brought to life Mary Brotherton's book, Faith and Folly, which talks about Mary's experiences and some decisions in her life that might not have been the wisest decisions, but she got through them with her faith. That book is now live. Andrea's book, Welcome to the Crow Haven Chapel, goes live on the 15th. It is now available for pre-order in Kindle. We brought to life all of Andrea's reprints. You can find them here on the Midnight Publishing page. And we are now bringing to life Tara's fairies. I cannot tell you how exciting this is for us and for Tara. I spent over an hour with her yesterday, and she asked some very valid questions. One of those is, how do I write? And my answer to her was, just write. Don't bother about editing. Don't bother about worrying about if it makes sense at that point or not. Write. Then she said, well, what perspective do I write it from? My suggestion was, write it through your main character's perspective. As a writer, I learned many years ago, you get into that character's mind. And in order to write a comprehensive and cohesive book, you have to allow that character to do the writing. Now you say, Yvonne, are you crazy? No, I'm not. You have to allow that character to come up with the verbiage, to come up with the lines, to come up with the plot even. Sometimes to even come up with the ending. If you don't allow your characters to be real, you can't be convincing in your book. It becomes sterile. It becomes a textbook of sorts. So when I explained to Tara, write it from your main character's perspective, it was like a light bulb went on. Will it always be easy? No, it will not. Trust me. Because sometimes the characters need to take a break just like we do in real life. And you let that character take a break. I also explained to Tara it's okay to write more than one book at a time. Because sometimes a book just keeps wanting to push its way out there, and you have to get it started in order for it to go quiet to go back to the first book. It's okay. Is it okay to self-promote? I would highly encourage it. Is it okay to put yourself out there? If you don't put yourself out there, how do you expect to sell your product? Because you are the brand. I am watching an uptick in the sale of all of the author's books, and the reason for that is because we keep them out there. I never expected, I'm so sorry, Murder in the Village to take on its own life form, but it did. There's been an uptick in Murder in the Village because we keep it out there. Yes, there's a second one working. It's called Duct Tape, Tarp, and a Shovel. And I am blessed to have an in-house swag person. I have to give a shout out to my daughter, Brandy. She is in a long line of creative and artistic people. She is creating some swag for Duct Tape, Tarp, and a Shovel. And as soon as I get it, I'll get the picture, it'll go out there. As soon as she heard about Tara's fairy series, the wheels started turning in her head. So Tara's going to see some swag for her series. I am so sorry. The whole point of this live is to let all of you know that here at Midnight Publishing, we make dreams come true. We do it at no cost to our dreamers. None. The author gets all of their royalties when the books sell. Do I send $1 or $2? No. I want that account to build up. We have another new author coming on. His name is Dale. And when Mary gets back in town, she will be helping him send over his works. He is another inspirational writer. We have a new imprint for the children's books called Small Hours. Mary is working on a new imprint for our spiritual inspirational books. The reason for that is because we want to give those genres their own unique imprint. And I'm sure down the road we will have new imprints. Ladies and gentlemen, please share this video. Share Midnight Publishing. Share our books. If it's not in your wheelhouse to read our books, that's okay. But I guarantee you that you know somebody that does. You know somebody in the goth community that would benefit from Welcome to Crow Haven Chapel. You know somebody in the community that would benefit from Faith and Folly. You know somebody in your community, in your sphere, in your social media that would benefit from Sally's Heart, which talks to children about heart transplants and organ donation in a way they understand. You know someone in your sphere that believes in angels. You know someone in your sphere that likes reading the paranormal. That would be Jason's book. You know somebody in your sphere that likes to read on the gothic fiction level. That would be Andrea. You know somebody in your sphere, especially women, that need spiritual inspiration. That would be Alta and Peggy Engler's books. You know somebody in your social media that likes true crime. That would be 3 of my books. You may know somebody in your social media that likes thrillers. Also my books. Maybe you know somebody in your social media that likes dramedies. Murder in the Village. Maybe you know somebody in your social media or your community that wants to read a good drag queen book. That would be The Pink Canary, followed by When Fates Collide, Mardi Gras Bound, When Fates Collide, Arm Candy, Shady Rest, and Murder in the Village. Shady Rest was released before Murder in the Village. It introduces 3 new characters: Amanda Peacock Rochester, Andrew Jackson, and William Wadsworth. The story is based on these 3 characters of a certain age who have chosen to live in an assisted living community because of nefarious acts that are going on. I highly recommend that you read that book before Duct Tape Tarp and a Shovel come out, because those 3 characters show up in the second of Murder in the Village series. Ladies and gentlemen, writing is not a job for us. Writing is who we are. It is a passion. We have to write. When I was small and in school, I was discouraged from writing. I was discouraged for multiple excuses. One, math was not my friend. And the way that writing was taught went against my thought process of how writing should go. We had to do a whole outline. complete with Roman numerals, the numbers, all of that. And to me it was silly because by the time I did the outline, I'd already written the book, so what was the point? And I was never deemed good enough to write. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I told Tara yesterday. We are enough. We appeal to people. Do we appeal to everybody? Mm-mm. My true crimes will set your teeth on edge. If you're into a watered down version of true crime, don't read my books. If you are in law enforcement, if you are into raw true crime, then you will understand the books. If you want to know the victim's favorite color, or where they went to school, or what their friends thought about them, or how cute they were, these books are not for you. These books tell the raw and devastating crimes that were committed on the victims and how it affected not just the victims, but their families and the world around them. And some of the stupid decisions made by states, as in Oregon, because they have some of the softest criminal justice laws in the country. Read Justice for Cindy and you will see what I'm talking about. When you read The Last Rites and Silent Scream, you have to understand the time period of those crimes. Those crimes were committed way before what we have now in the availability of DNA, of crime solving. Most times there was not even communication between the different law enforcement agencies. It just wasn't done. So understand that if you see, why did the judge let Schaefer go? Why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? Different time, people. Different time. Read books with an open mind and learn something. So, in closing, before I lose all my breath, I want to say thank you, Tara, for taking a chance on Midnight Publishing. Thank you for becoming a part of our family. We embrace you, we support you, we love you, and we will make your dream real. Thank you to my Brandy for being so artistic and so wanting to be a part of making Tara successful. And to Mary, when Mary gets back in town and we start getting the manuscript, we're going to start doing illustrations. Thank you to our readers. Last but not least, well, not last, before that, thank you to the authors who have come aboard and honored us with publishing their books and putting them out there and believing in Midnight Publishing. And last but not least, thank you to the 3 bad reviews for Murder in the Village. You have sent this book to places I never thought it would go. You have spiraled the sales in an upward spiral that I am so grateful for, because you put yourselves in the book, which made it even more fun. So thank you. In fact, just as a thought for this live, some of the wording that was used in those 3 reviews is going to show up in duct tape, tarp, and a shovel. And with that, I leave you to wait anxiously for duct tape, tarp, and a shovel. Until next time, don't forget Wednesday, we will be live again with Andrea Dingbanskoy because Mary is still on vacation. We will be having her co-host at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, not 11. Then when Mary gets back, we go back to 11. So until Wednesday, I say, have a nice holiday weekend.